Yo guys, always good. Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. Today it's time to remove the Inter hat and put on the neutral hat on because the Champions League is back. The best competition in European football. Whatever the Super League is going to come, we'll see whether it takes over, whether it actually comes or anything. But for now, Champions League remains to be the creme de la creme, and it is back tonight. And first, we've got AC Milan versus Tottenham, and then PSG Bayern. So we're going to be previewing those, and it's an interesting time. I think out of all the four teams I just mentioned, there's only really one team that's coming into this game with good form, and that is FC Bayern Munich, because they're on a 19-match unbeaten streak, whereas PSG are coming off 2 defeats. If we look at the head-to-head of both teams coming into this game, you can see that. I mean, Bayern, they're not flying by any since the World Cup. You know, they had 3 draws and now 3 wins. But PSG, on the other hand, started off okay, and then last 2 games they've lost 2 in a row, and the Monaco one they could have lost even more. I just saw the highlights of that, and they weren't good at all. And they've got some injury issues at the moment as well. So Bayern are definitely coming into this as favourites, I would say. And obviously Bayern are one of the favourites to win this tournament. But I've been saying I don't feel like there is an outright, favourite in this tournament. Like, there's no crazy teams, like even the Man Cities of this world. Even Liverpool this year have dropped off a lot. Even Real Madrid are not looking as good, but we always say that about them. So I think there isn't a clear favourite in this tournament. But for today, I would say Bayern, even though they're away in Paris. Looking at the predicted lineups, although who scored can't always be super reliable in terms of predicted lineups. They're good visually to pull up these formations. You know, Neymar is fit, but Messi had some injury issues. Mbappe is a big doubt for tonight's match. He's in the squad. They probably will force him to play even if he isn't 100% fit. But if he isn't 100% fit, he can't be the usual Mbappe. At the back, they've got issues in PSG. They've been conceding a lot of goals. Sergio Ramos looks dusted at the top level. He looks like a liability at the back. Both him and Hakimi on the right side of the defense that don't give you too much assurance. And then Verratti's also just coming back from an injury. Even he was a doubt for today. He's in the squad again. They'll probably force him as well to play. But again, not 100% fit. Mendes, I think, had some sort of illness recently. Danilo Pereira at the base of the midfield doesn't inspire confidence either. So yeah, not convincing at the moment. Gautier started off the season really well with PSG. They looked much more, united and much more. They seemed like they had a much clearer game plan compared to previous seasons. But now, recently, it seems like it's a bit faltering. And on the other hand, as we said, Bayern are in good form. They even signed Cancelo. They signed Jan Sommer to take in for the injured Manuel Neuer. And by the way, speaking of Manuel Neuer, I don't know if you guys know, there is some drama going off the field with Bayern Munich and Manuel Neuer, because Neuer is the Bayern Munich captain. You know how Handanovic is the captain at Inter, even though he doesn't play. Well, Neuer is injured, that's why he doesn't play. But he's came out with an interview slating the club for firing the goalkeeping coach, who is his best friend or was his best man at his wedding. And he was really struck by that. He said he was really disappointed about the club doing that. Weird interview, kind of, wouldn't expect someone like Manuel Neuer to do that. And he's going to be, I think there's going to be a hefty fine coming for him. So there seems to be a little bit of unrest with Bayern Munich in terms of off the field, but on the field, they continue to be that machine. And obviously, as Inter fans, we know we faced them twice and lost to them twice in the group stages. It's going to be interesting. Bayern Munich basically need to be as mobile as possible, which this front line, this front four gives you that, plus Cancelo now, plus Alphonso Davies. I mean, potentially having Alphonso Davies and Cancelo on one team shouldn't be allowed. That's illegal. They are missing Lucas Hernandez. They also have some injury issues. Sadio Mane, of course, big injury. miss for them. Mazraoui as well, Gravenberch. Yeah, he doesn't really play too much. Although it does say Muller and Choupo-Moting are doubtful for today, which I didn't know about that. But yeah, someone mobile like Muller or Choupo-Moting in front should be giving that PSG back line all sorts of issues. So I predict a 2-1 victory for PSG. For Bayern Munich tonight. That is my prediction for that game. And then for the other game today, I don't know. I said tomorrow before. Both of the games are today. Tottenham. This is the battle of mid. Tottenham versus AC Milan at the San Siro. Recent head-to-head goes in favor of Tottenham, but it dates back to 2018. It's been a while. This one, as a neutral, obviously as an Inter fan, this is one of those weird, rare win-win situations for me. If Milan win, go through, happy for Serie A, Italian football, and Milan are in other competition because we're still competing for them to secure top 4 in Serie A. So for me, in that case, it's a win-win. If they lose, me, still a big Antonio Conte fan, big W for me if Antonio Conte gets through. And if Milan, if they get slapped out, then we can make fun of them for their Champions League DNA. But today, as a neutral, I don't even know, honestly, guys. You guys let me know in the comments because I have no clue about this game. This is literally two teams coming in with awful form. Look at that. I mean, AC Milan is like embarrassingly bad, the form. However, the last game, AC Milan kept the clean sheet and won 1-0 against Torino, who are not an easy team to play against. Whereas Tottenham lost and resoundingly lost 4-1 to my boys, my local team here in Leicester City FC, of course. 4-1. It was very well deserved. They got smashed. And before that, they beat Man City. So this Tottenham team is completely, it's Pazza Inter, this Tottenham team. But that clean sheet and win should give Milan a slight edge coming into this game. And they've got also some guys returning from injury potentially. Although he probably won't make it tonight, but I think Benacer should be back on the bench. He's been a big miss. Unfortunately, Mike Magnon won't make it. He is obviously still the big missing piece at the back with Tatarusanu. But that's another similar parallel with both teams. They're both playing basically with no goalkeepers because Fraser Forster isn't, starting material for Tottenham, and Tatarusanu isn't starting material. I don't even know if it's Serie A or Serie. He should be Serie B goalkeeper in reality, probably. But yeah, so they both got weaknesses there, but both not looking good at the back. This lineup from SuScore has got Tomori starting at the back, but I doubt it. He's been out injured. But it's probably going to be Kier in the middle and Malik Thiaw coming in on the left. Krunic, Tonali in the middle. But everyone's been really out of form for Milan recently. But maybe a big Champions League night at the San Siro is what wakes them up. For Tottenham, they're just as badly hit with injuries as Milan. The big miss, obviously, is Rodrigo Bentancur, who is out for the season now with the ACL. His supposed replacement, Bissouma, is also out with the injury, and then Højbjerg is suspended. So in midfield, that's where the issue is for Tottenham. This lineup has Dyer and Skip in the middle. I probably think it's likely going to be Dyer at centre back, and then Papamate Sarr in the midfield. One battle to watch out for, of course, is Perisic on this left-hand side. Inter fans and AC Milan fans will know Perisic loved playing against Milan when he was at Inter. Always used to burn Calabria, but it looks like it would be Salamakis playing there. But yeah, usually Perisic, big game player, usually steps up in these kind of moments. So he's definitely one to watch out for. And Kulusevski, of course, former Parma, Juventus player. He'll know some of these players he played against. But Tottenham really need Son to step up. He's been awful this season. Heung-min Son, who had an amazing season last year, but he hasn't done much at all this year. They can't rely on Harry Kane as much because he's going to be dropping deep, trying to ping balls left, right, and centre. And Leao for Milan, he has to step up. He has to step up. He hasn't had a good 2023. He has to step up and show why he's asking for that big money new contract or that big money move to the Premier League. And yeah, it looks like it might be matching up formations. Milan usually play a 4-2-3-1, but Pioli's recently changed it to a 3, which is more of 5 at the back, just to, shore up their awful defending recently. And it's going to be interesting to see whether Conte plays Emerson Royale or Porro, the new 40 million signing, who had a awful debut against Leicester. Conte returning to San Siro will be interesting. He said in the interview that he still feels emotional in terms of what he achieved with Inter coming back here. So very, very interesting games. As I said, both teams. I have no prediction for this one. This could be 0-0. It could be 4-4 in terms of how badly these teams are defending and playing. So I have zero idea what this goes. I'll go for a 2-2 draw. That's my predictions. But yeah, that's me. That's my predictions. And I think I'll predict Milan to sneak through overall, and I think Bayern will go through on the other tie after both legs. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you make of these Champions League ties. Of course, next week we'll preview Inter. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next one. Forza Inter, Forza Champions League.